Hello, and welcome to Mindset Mondays with DTK. This is episode number 142 in an ongoing series of live broadcasts designed for folk who are committed to getting better at being who they be, right? Who they are at their core, and not distracted just by getting better at doing what they do. And I will be using a new platform shortly because this too shall pass. So, there are a couple of quotes to play with this week. The first one is Gamze Ya'avor. And no, I'm not switching the broadcast to Hebrew. The phrase Gamze Ya'avor with ancient origins, it's Hebrew and it means this too shall pass. And even with the election of the United States being called and celebrations happening both across this country and across the globe, there's still a good bit of political uncertainty and even a deepening polarization. There's 70 plus million people who right now feel like the people on the opposite side felt 4 years ago. And they're not feeling any resolution right now. And so both Gamze Ya'avor and the quote by Rilke, both are fitting for this week. Here's Rilke's line: "Let everything happen to you. Beauty and terror. Just keep going. No feeling is final." And no, I don't think the reference was to the court challenges in the political process right now, but no feeling is final. I take such solace in both of these quotes, right? One of these is ancient, one of them modern, and Gamze Ya'avor was even lauded by Abraham Lincoln in the 1850s when he said, "How much it expresses, how chastening in the hour of pride, how consoling in the depths of affliction," right? That quote is a powerful invitation, both to be immersed in and fully present to anything going on in your world that has a positive charge to it, right? And at the same time, even to endure what's challenging, because regardless of whether they're positive or negative, right? Emotionally uplifting or challenging, both of those situations will eventually come to an end, right? And in reading Rilke's quote, right, sort of take away that the moment we're in right now is right now. And when we follow that human tendency to catastrophize forward, we're merely inviting imaginary suffering, some potential future ill, to be present now. And on the flip side, when we celebrate prematurely, we're courting disappointment if things shift again. And I think in either case, the invitation is to fully feel whatever the experience is right now, right? To feel everything that's surfacing and know that regardless of the outcome, none of this is going to last. I woke up this morning and I don't know whether it was the crash that comes after 2 or 3 days of celebrating or what, but I was not feeling it this morning. Energy was off. I wasn't feeling engaged. I wasn't feeling positive at all. And I was starting to feel that lost, disconnected feeling. And I got an email from a friend of mine who he's a friend, he's a colleague, he's in my community, and he had a really intense conversation in his house last night, and it was really tough. And he woke up this morning, got into his office, flipped on his email, and the first thing he saw was the Mindset Mondays reminder email. And this too shall pass was just what he needed to see this morning, just when he needed to see it. And I got a beautiful, not even a minute long video from him, thanking me for the timing. There was no way that I could have known what was going on the night before, and no way to know that he needed it. But he took a moment to share with me the impact of the work that I'm doing, the impact of what I'm putting out there and the impact on him. And oh my God, it couldn't have come at a more amazing time. I was feeling crappy. And just to know the impact of what we do is huge. And I got huge gratitude for him sharing that. And at the same time, it's so easy to skip over that. It's so easy to jump into, oh great, so I feel better now, and then move on and not be present to what I was feeling before I read that email or got that video and what I was feeling after I heard his words, and being present to both of those, because no feeling's final. Neither of those last, right? But when we give anything we're feeling short shrift, it doesn't serve. And what I want for you and what I want for him is to be present to everything that you're feeling in your world. Notice all of the feelings, positive or negative, and be present to them. Let everything happen to you, the full spectrum from the beauty through terror, and just keep going. No feeling is final. Don't filter, don't judge, don't vote. Just feel. Know that everything you're feeling is what you're feeling right now. More is going to come. So there's a lot that's happening and will be happening over the next week and the next month and the next 73 days and then the next 4 years after that. And I would love you to be present to all of it. It's so easy to flatten the curve. And I use that intentionally because that's part of the upheaval we're feeling. But it's so easy to try to flatten that emotional curve. Even when we're feeling good, we want to jump to the next thing. When we're feeling something negative, we don't want to be there. We give it short shrift, but oh my God, there is so much learning by experiencing the full spectrum of feeling and emotion. And good God, we have the opportunity for all of it right now. So I'm inviting you to lean into both of these sayings. Both let everything happen to you. Beauty and terror just keep going. No feeling is final. And gamze ya'avor. This too shall pass. Lean into what's available there. Feel fully, feel deeply, just feel. So for this week, how present are you willing to be to the full range of your emotions and your feelings? So between now and next week, feel deeply.